What would happen if the moon suddenly disappeared? Boom, no warning, not even a goodbye. No more moonlight, no more tides, only darkness. Sounds crazy, right? But hold on, without the moon, the Earth you live on would fall into disaster. The oceans would rage, the weather, total chaos. Life might not survive. The balance of this planet would collapse. So, what exactly would happen if the moon vanished tonight? Brace yourself. The truth is scarier than you think. Let's dive in. Fascinating facts about the moon that few people know. Every night, the moon quietly shines in the sky. But don't let its gentle glow fool you. The moon plays a much bigger role than just adding a touch of romance to the night. First of all, the moon is the reason why Earth's axis stays tilted at a stable 23.5 degrees. Thanks to that tilt, we have seasons and a relatively stable climate. Without the moon, Earth's axis would wobble wildly. Imagine what that would mean. Unpredictable weather, chaotic seasons, and even serious threats to life on our planet. But that's not all. The moon also controls the tides. Those waves rising and falling each day aren't just a beautiful sight. They are the heartbeat of our oceans. Tides help marine life to reproduce, feed, and survive. Here's another fact that many people don't know. The moon is actually slowing down Earth's rotation. Because of this, we enjoy a 24-hour day. Without the moon, Earth would spin much faster. A full day might last only 6 to 8 hours. Our biological clocks, sleep patterns, plant growth, and daily life would all be thrown into chaos. First disaster, Earth's axis becomes unstable. If the moon suddenly disappeared, the first thing you need to know is this. Earth would lose the steering wheel that keeps our planet on the right track. Without the moon to stabilize Earth's axis, our planet would start to wobble. The tilt of the Earth's rotation could swing wildly, from standing upright at 0 degrees to nearly lying flat at around 85 degrees. And once the axis spins out of control, say goodbye to the stable climate we're used to. Just imagine, today's scorching deserts could end up buried under layers of ice. Mild, temperate regions might turn into sun-scorched valleys, so dry that life could barely survive. Ice would melt, forests would die, ocean currents would reverse, triggering unprecedented superstorms. And the worst part? This wouldn't just be a one-time disaster. Without the moon's steady pull, Earth's axis would keep rocking back and forth for thousands of years, tilting one way for centuries, then swinging to the other side. Each time it shifts, the global climate would be thrown into chaos all over again. Tidal collapse. The food chain breaks down. If you think losing the seasons and stable climate is already a disaster, brace yourself, because the next blow will strike right at the heart of life on this planet, the oceans. Without the moon's gravitational pull, tides wouldn't just weaken a little, they could collapse by as much as 75%. The familiar rise and fall of the water twice a day, almost gone. And that would unleash a catastrophe far beyond what we can imagine. Because tides aren't just waves gently crashing onto the shore. They are the heartbeat of entire coastal ecosystems. Fish, crabs, clams, snails, seabirds. Countless species depend on the tides to feed, move, and reproduce. When the tides disappear, all those creatures will slowly be wiped out as well. But the real tragedy begins with the smallest of beings, plankton. Tiny as they are, plankton form the foundation of life in the oceans. They survive thanks to nutrient-rich waters stirred up from the seafloor by the tides. When the tides collapse, plankton populations drop sharply, and as plankton disappear, the entire ocean food chain begins to fall apart. Fish vanish. Seabirds like gulls, terns, penguins are left with nothing to eat. Whales, dolphins, and other large marine animals are pushed to the brink of extinction. One by one, each link in the web of marine life snaps, and this disaster won't stop at the water's edge. The global fishing industry would take a massive hit. Communities that depend on fishing would face poverty and unemployment. Seafood prices would skyrocket. Food shortages and economic instability would spread across the globe. affecting not only coastal areas but reaching every corner of the world. When a day is no longer 24 hours, there's something the moon has quietly done for billions of years, playing a crucial role in keeping life on Earth stable and thriving. Thanks to the moon's gravitational pull, Earth's rotation has been gradually slowing down, giving us the familiar 24-hour day we rely on today. But what if the moon suddenly disappeared? There would be nothing left to keep Earth's spin in check. The planet would start spinning faster, much faster. Instead of 24 hours, a day could shrink to just 12 hours. Or worse, even 6 hours. At first, this might not sound like such a big deal, but think again. What does that actually mean? The sun would rise and set twice as fast, nights would be shorter, days would fly by in the blink of an eye, plants would have far less time for photosynthesis, animals would struggle to adapt to a world where their internal clocks, the natural rhythms that tell them when to eat, rest, and reproduce, are completely thrown off balance. And what about us, humans? We wouldn't escape the disaster either. Our bodies are wired to function on a 24-hour cycle, something scientists call the circadian rhythm. This rhythm regulates when we feel awake, when we need rest, and when our bodies repair and heal themselves. But if the length of a day suddenly changed, that entire system would collapse. The result? Chronic insomnia, constant stress, a dramatic rise in the risk of heart disease, anxiety, and depression. In the long run, this could push humanity into a full-blown global health crisis. If the moon were to disappear, it wouldn't just be a scientific loss, it would be a cultural heartbreak. For centuries, the moon has been a source of inspiration for music, poetry, and stories passed down through generations. From Moon River to campfire tales to the eerie glow of Halloween nights, the moon has always been a part of our imagination. Without it, we wouldn't just be losing a rock in the sky. We'd be losing a piece of our soul. Could we survive? In theory, Earth would still be here. The planet wouldn't explode or go flying out of orbit. But life on Earth, the world as we know it, that might not survive at all. We'd be stuck on a planet spinning too fast, with seasons thrown into chaos, oceans losing their rhythm, and entire food chains breaking down. A world completely out of balance. So what do you think? Could humanity adapt? Could we somehow find a way to survive under those conditions? Or would we be forced to look to the stars, searching for a new home somewhere out there in the universe? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you won't miss out on the next discovery. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.